Alright, hello everybody. We back. I know, it's been 2 weeks. I've been a busy boy. I've been out of town a lot. And my grandpa, he was in the hospital, so saw him a little bit. We are back. I'm just gonna do a little audio check while we're loading in here. Okay, too quiet. Alright, so hopefully that should be a little bit better. Yeah, okay, I don't know why that's quiet as fuck. So hopefully that should be... Okay, perfect. Perfect! We'll just turn up the music. There we go, just barely. Alright, so I hear some slimes hanging around. So I went to that swamp desert village thingy that's like 5,000 blocks away from our base. And put that in there. I think that's what we'll use to build for this. This will be a new project that I'll do on stream, but not today. I'm gonna do a sugarcane farm, an auto one, because the one we have is very slow. I'll take that away. Oh, no, that's something else. There we go. Well, let's put this stuff away quick. I kind of just booted up the stream. I wasn't really thinking about it too much. Should have probably got a little bit more prepared. This way. And then... no, mud would be over here. Oh. Sorry, my papa texted me. Okay. Our dirt is here. Put mud in here. Too much mud. Put mud in here. Muddy mangrove. I don't know. You can just go in there for now. No, I'll take that. And let's go to a junk chest real quick and just throw these in here. Good. Good to me. Looks good. Put this in here. Let's craft that up into a slime block. And then let's go ahead and start cutting down, chopping down the new project here. I'll show you guys. Once the sun goes down, I can show you Project Lighthouse here in a minute, but let's head over to... where was I doing this? Right over here. Oh, now my dad is calling me. Thanks for bearing with me there. Also, this is a visual bug. I don't really know how to fix this, but for the old texture pack, all creepers are charge creepers. So over here, we're gonna turn this all into a new like end island looking thing. So we're gonna put all this in here. Let's bring a bed and put that like here. Looks good. And then we can put our netherite hoe in here. We don't need that. We might. We won't need our shovel for right now. I don't know why I'm loading up my inventory with endstone right now. First thing we need to do is remove all the trees to build our new end here. Okay. Let's chop all these down. So essentially, new project is we're gonna bring the end over to the overworld. So we're gonna have end pillars going all around. We're gonna build a big ender dragon. I think maybe I should show you guys like a scope of how big this is. It won't be terribly large. We fly up here. Whee! So basically all in here and then a little bit on top of the mountain, kind of like creeping into the mountain, but not covering the whole thing. But covering all these, maybe flatten this out, not sure. But yeah, essentially, we're gonna build a new end over here. Starts with the tree chopping. So I got my hoe out here. I don't use this netherite hoe very often, but I figure for removing tree stuff, we can actually get some use out of this. That's the thought process anyways. Alright. Neato. So I always feel a little bit bad or feel like it's wrong to cut down like a lot of these trees because it's part of the old legacy world and it's just like these trees have been here since 2017. That mushroom has been here since 2017, so it's like don't really want to cut these down, but then it's like, well, if we're gonna build projects, we have to. We gotta. Plus, there's so much of our world that's old generation, anyways. So we're all good. And I didn't. I was really good about not loading in chunks before updates when I was younger, because if you have limited sized world and you want to get the most time out of it, you're gonna delay traveling to like certain parts of your world because you want to have chunks that will have new stuff in it. So like I wouldn't even expand the world until another update, and then that's why there's like weird rings around the world map. And I've shown you guys. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, then you can check out the world tour. I do show out the map, the world map, a few times in there. One thing my dad he was calling me, so I have to meet him in town for like 5-10 minutes. So I'm just gonna let the stream run while I sit like AFK in a hole and then come back. And then anyone watching the VOD at that time, and I'll give a warning too. I'll put a sign down, so if the verbal warning isn't enough, then you'll have the sign there. I don't have like a slide saying bathroom break or 10-minute break. See you in 10. Anything like that. So like those days where I was doing the 8-hour streams, like that was 8 hours. No 10-minute, 5-minute breaks. A few bathroom breaks. That's about it though. We're actually running out, or we're running out. Get out of here. Pop up for Streamlabs. Yeah, I want a Streamlab notification popping up while I'm streaming. Thank you very much. And I was rewatching some like alpha and Minecraft videos and like being so grateful for the leaf decay. I remember during the InfDev, I was playing some InfDev, and I don't know if I'll return it or not, because InfDev, it's hard to get motivation when there's not so many blocks in the game. That's why I like beta 1.7.3. That's probably my favorite old Minecraft. More so than like alpha. But I like alpha more than InfDev. Besides that, I mean, like InfDev has like the most beautiful grass, and it does have some beautiful terrain generation. But for long-term survival, I'd probably play 1.7.3. It'd be cool to try like a modern one, maybe like a modern beta where you have you can still enchant and stuff and like brew potions, but like healing is still like non-stackable, and it's just for food, or sorry, food's non-stackable and it's just for healing rather. Bring a lot of stews back, like mushroom stew, bring that back, because you could have infinite healing items, not like infinite spam like healing items and not have to worry. That wasn't the case, but like if you had a stack of brown mushrooms, red mushrooms in a bowl, you're set for food. And now that takes up 3 inventory slots. It still did then, but like now it's like that means a lot more. So just like checking Light 360 to see where my dad's at. Wouldn't I need to head out for that? Collect some of these mushroom blocks and mushroom stems. And it's interesting to see what overwrites the tree and what doesn't. Because it does look like the mushroom is overwritten on a few parts, but then it just cuts in a little bit there. I don't know. Console generation was very wonky. That's why there's like so many mountains in a short amount of area, and so like kind of gives the illusion that, you know, I'm in a plains biome, I'm in forest biome, and then I go over the hill and I'm in a completely different biome. So let's keep chopping these down. All right. Alright, let's take a little nappy here. We're neglecting that. Now there's mob spawning because I wasn't on top of it. Oopsie doopsie. Alright, looks like I gotta meet my padre here in town real quick to give him something. Alright, well, anyone watching the VOD? Just skip about 10-15 minutes. No, we don't need to upcase everything. Just the break part. Ooh, not 25. There we go. Alright, I'll see you guys very soon here. BRB. Alright, hello, I'm back. Oh, it's dark. Well, now I can show off Project Lighthouse a little bit better. So I didn't light up this area. So that doesn't really show very well, but all of the old console size world, I lit that up besides anything with snow, and then the jungle I want to flatten out. Flatten out a little bit. So I didn't want to lighten up areas that I knew I was going to tear down. So, right. Let's head back, take a little sleep. Let's take a little sleep over here just so all those mobs despawn before heading back over there. A little bedroom is right over here. Me. GM streaks. I'll put that in there. You know, the one oak leaf, dark oak leaf, sorry. Alright, and then let's head back over here. And then we'll get back to tree chop and start laying down some more endstone. Appreciate the patience with having to quickly leave and come back. Nice thing about living directly in town is that like I'm just like near anything I want to get to. And right now is a good time of day where there's no traffic. But about in 45 minutes or so, traffic will be insane, maybe a half hour. So it was good timing, and I can't really say what to, but he needed some keys and I had them. It's because he doesn't have another set. So I was like, whatever, you need it, I understand. I can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm streaming. I'm streaming, old man. I ain't got no time to bring you nothing. Let's reach that. Oop. Perfect. Perfection. This will be a really nice, cool place to look around at in the future. I can envision we're going to be building a snow village over there. Probably closer to winter time. And over here we have like a spruce village in the plains a little bit, so that'd be cool to do into something. Let's head over here, tear all this down. I already have a name for one of them, so it's a really old JonTron reference. I figured it's been long enough to where I can take that name for myself, but we're gonna call it New Bagel Bay. I think that'll be a good name. So, if you think otherwise, that sucks. 'Cause that's what I'm calling it. Wondering, should we have like water lakes too in here, like with the endstone? I think like a custom endstone biome look kind of cool. And I haven't even started tree chopping anything because I feel like I've been skipping over a lot of projects on stream where I've been doing little tedious stuff on my own time. And I realized people were perfectly okay with listening to me talk doing tedious tasks in Minecraft in the first place. But it's been hard to stream. There's been a lot of things going on where it's going out of town or it's helping my dad with work because trying to take over that part of the business if YouTube doesn't work out. And he had heart surgery, so there's a good bit of time where he was not available, so I had to kind of step up, and it became really hard to be on YouTube. And then my grandpa recently, he's been in and out of the hospital, so it's just like a never-ending cycle of like not feeling motivated to stream. It's like just being down and just playing games by myself. But I downloaded Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero on my PC, so I'll be streaming the story for that somewhat soon, and then we're gonna try playing more games again, like Project Zomboid. That series did really well, so I was really happy with that. Because it was like, oh, I don't have to just do one thing. And not only did people watch it, they enjoyed it. So it was cool and epic. Definitely felt good about myself. Alright, enough jerking myself off. Let's get back to splitting some trees, some tree chopping. You splitting logs, or you sawing logs up in here, brother? Time to wake up and get back to work. I just got off a 97-hour shift. No overtime. 62 of those hours were un-motherfucking paid. Probably my favorite thing about this game is probably not only just like a build that I'm really feeling, something like a village design or something, but like collecting materials and resource collecting, like mining and chopping trees and stuff. Like this is where I get my enjoyment out of the game. Normally I'd be like listening to something right now, but I guess another thing too with why it's been kind of hard to stream, and this is probably the biggest one, and it completely left my, not the biggest one, but it's high up there. Yeah, I guess it's easy for me to forget now because I had my medicine, but I was off my medicine because there was something screwed up about it where I had literally just been out of a car accident. That's another thing too. I was in a really big car accident. And I discussed about that on stream. That really messed with me in my memory. And I had a doctor's appointment where they changed up my meds. And it was like right after the crash, and so I just like didn't retain any of that info and just kept going by muscle memory of just taking the normal amount of pills that I take. Instead, they changed, so it used to be 6 pills a night, so 3 different medicines and 6 pills a night, but they changed it so that it was 2 of them are only 1 now, so that'd be 4. So now I only have to take 4 pills at night, but I was still taking the 6, and so I was taking more than I was recommended. So like the dosage was the same, they just, how they split it up was different. So then I was out of it. And so I was like completely just tweaking. But now I have it, so I feel a lot better, and I can like not lose my train of thought in 2.45 seconds. We are getting pretty far along with the tree chopper, and I love having a netherite axe. I mean, it's the same as if it was diamond, but the durability is just so nice. And then with having our project be right next to the end portal frame, or right next to our XP farm, so that's schmepic. Let's take this one down. I'm kind of vandalizing this 2017 world, I'm not gonna lie, but it's for the greater good. It's for the greater good. Let's do an audio check real quick. Okay, perfect. Audio's still doing fabulous. Oh, lost WASD for a second there. Pressed E instead of W. Let's see where are we at so far. So imagine the easiest part of this will be the oak forest here. My guess. We can just go like that and we're done and leaves start decaying, but these ones we gotta chop down quite a bit. So when you get rid of these trees, you get quite a bit of dark spruce, and or dark oak rather. I don't know what to do with all this dark oak. I'm thinking maybe it could be an accent line for our cobblestone. Like the logs themselves. I don't know whether I'd do stripped or just the logs, but having the cobblestone be the middle, and then having like the beams be the dark oak. I'm thinking maybe that would look pretty alright. Maybe. I don't know, we'll have to see. Alright, let's get rid of this mushroom here. Love having the silk touch. It's definitely my fave for an axe. Alright. There we are. And then... oh, sun's going down here, so let's just finish chopping this tree down. Or at least get as far as we can. Alright, sweet. And then let's head back over to our bed and take a quick nap. See, we even made it in time. Oh, what in the fuck? Oh. What the fuck is that? Oh. Let's chop. Whoop. Chop this down. Cat got my throat. Oh, lordy. But I'm thinking that the dark oak would look good. I think that for the sugarcane farm that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use mangrove, the stripped log version, or no, not the stripped log, but having like a, so that you can see the red like that, and it'll have like the bark outline like that, and that'll be the outline for it. And then some red stained glass, I'm thinking something like that, I think would look good. I'm thinking it needs a third color though, or a third block, because I'm not going to do just the logs. That would be pretty expensive. Plus, I don't think it would look good if it was just logs. I think there's probably another red color or a neutral, maybe like a black or something to tie it together. Like obsidian, or netherite block, obviously. Something cheap like that. We'll probably go with the netherite block. Why not? We'll have a statue of them. I would like to collect a lot of netherite in the future here, like change up that one beacon we have. The top layer is diamond, and I'm thinking about switching the a layer down to diamond, and then making the top level of that mega beacon a netherite block. Plus, how cool would it be to just be netherite rich and flaunt? That's why I like collecting the resources. And if you're gonna be chopping down mangrove trees, which I did off camera for the sugarcane farm, you'll want to have a hoe with you, because a lot of those blocks are hidden, and then the leaves won't decay around it. Also, growing the trees yourself is a lot of hard work to chop down, rather than finding a biome that already has a ton of them in it, because a lot of them tend to have more wood, I feel like, in the natural spawning parts. And then on top of that, bone meal, and then not having to worry about climbing up as much, because you can just hang out on the rooftops, chop downwards, head over to another tree. I like to have nether pearls with me, so like when I'm done chopping the mangrove tree, I can just throw one up to the top and then start picking another tree. So let's grab this stuff laying on the ground here. And let's head back over to that chest. Excuse me. So we won't have to worry about wood. I think maybe what we'll do, get rid of this and we'll have just logs up in here. I think that'll be acceptable. Lovely. I'll keep that on me. Stuff like mob loot, we'll put that in there. Yeah. Alright, that looks right. Alright, perfect. And then we're just about done over here, and then we'll chop the next part of that forest down, and then we should be good to lay down some end stone. Okay, for this, let's go to... Whoa, hello. Up here. Start chopping down this direction. And while I was doing Project Lighthouse too, there was so many mobs I had to fight off, so I'm good on rockets for a while, because I went, killed a lot of creepers, killed every creeper I saw. Need that gunpowder. It's a damn near obsession. Alright, that should be all of them. Yes. Okay. If it doesn't, we'll just head back up there. We'll know what to do. We'll know what to do. So continue chopping these last ones down here. And then I also don't really know what I'm going to do exactly for lighting in this end area. Because all around the world I have those spruce fences with lanterns on them. I used about like 10 iron blocks and lanterns, and I don't use iron farm, so I mind all that. Amen to fortune though, because if it wasn't for fortune, maybe I would have broke at some point and made an iron farm, but I think it stops you from playing the game, so it's kind of... I don't like making iron farms. That's just me. That's how you want to play. Just know I'm silently judging you in my head, but that's okay. Let's unload a few logs in here. Everything else in there. Alright, let's chop down the last of these trees. And I'm feeling like maybe there could be like if we wanted to like renovate the end, add some trees. I don't know if there's like a tree, an ender tree looking. Well, I know there is an ender tree. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't know if there's a tree that we can make look like an ender tree. Maybe the blue warped, those warped fungus logs. Yeah, I think that's what they're called, the warped ones. And then the crimson stem is probably the other one I'm thinking. Enderman always griefing up my world. Fixed. There we go. Alright. Chop these down. Don't really need oak. Well, never not need oak, but I got plenty of it because of the tree farm. It's one of the earlier farms in the world. And then if you jump down here, that's what brings us to our end dimension. That white piece of wool that I got from a sheep, that's been sitting there since Legacy, which we'll have to pick up at some point. That fence post, that's from when I'm riding a horse, more than likely, and then just didn't pick up the fence post when I was done with it. Alright, let's head up here a little bit. Spruce and dark oak is mainly what I'm building into, like, if I'm using wood for crafting, like, let's say pistons or something, then I'll be using, like, birch and dark oak and all those ones. Just barely didn't reach that one. Sun's going down here again, but... And I'm thinking... Where do we want this line to end, necessarily? Like, do we want it to creep up over this hill? I'm thinking yes. Probably flatten it out in here a little bit more. Could maybe even just put some grass here and level that out. Let's just take a little sleep. Mobs are probably gonna start spawning. No! No! Let me just hit my car real quick. Yeah, there's a spider. So, I think maybe after hitting my cart there and ponder, and let's just get rid of these trees, start placing down endstone on all the flat parts here, and then we'll see how we like it from there, and then we'll see if we need to flatten any mountains or anything like that to make it a little bit bigger. Excuse me. And then another part of this build that I want to do is I want to add a lot of end ships, and then the end cities for them to land in. And then I want to make like a floating ender dragon, like the size one. That would look, I'm trying to make it as close as possible to the ender dragon. And then build little mini ender dragon, little babies with all the dragon heads that we have. And then with those dragon eggs that we have, because back on Legacy console on the PS4 edition, you could reset the end and fight the ender dragon again, and it would give you the ender dragon egg. So we could use some of those, or we could just leave them in the chest forever, never not to be used. I don't know, it depends how I feel about them, because you can't replicate that today, and I don't find that duplicating. I hate duping. I think that you might as well just use creative, like, quit trying to be a fraud. Like, if you're gonna dupe, just, you know, just stop. But with resetting the end, I was thinking, and I still kind of defend myself for that, is that that was my main source of XP, and that I am defeating the ender dragon fairly every time I want to do it. So like, it wasn't like an exploit necessarily. That was just a way to re-challenge the dragon for XP and rewards. The keeping the eggs themselves, that's debatable maybe, but back then too, you couldn't respawn the ender dragon, And a lot of those farms were so slow. So slow. Like Legacy, Minecraft, when it comes to farms, holy hell. They don't work very fast. Java is definitely the way to go if you're trying to make like a farm with like the fastest output, like if it's mob dependent, or if you're, I guess, if you're like glitching the game to get shit faster, which I don't find to be like a feature. I don't know. Get rid of the last of these in here. I believe that we're in our crater. And it looks like that, yeah. Let's get back to the flat part here. Let's see what we're doing on resources. We're doing good. We're not filling up our inventory nearly as fast as with the dark oak saplings, so that's good. Hello, sheep. Alright, head in here. I like it a lot better when the trees are tall enough to where I can walk underneath them. Definitely more of a favorite of mine. And thankfully now with the hoe you can insta-mine those leaves out of the way, so they're not so annoying anymore. We can just do that and get straight to business. But I definitely prefer to walk underneath my trees. Thank you very much. Alright, and then mine up in here. We'll have to fly on top to get that that big tree. That large oak tree. But let's just focus on these little ones for now. That'll make it a little bit easier, wouldn't you think? That one's floating. Who needs a grass block when you can just grow on air? Grow on an air block. Alright, perfection. Alright, so that's a pretty good chunk there. Let's get rid of you guys here. Looks like we missed a few trees. Let's start picking up all these sticks and saplings and stuff. Looks like it's probably stuttering the game a little bit with how many trees we've chopped down and how little. No, that's not the case. Piece of Easy has been running a little bit slower recently, and I've been running scans and it says no viruses, but I don't know. See what I can do here soon. I'm not the most tech savvy when it comes to PCs. Maybe my phone. Ooh, free food. Let's unload some of the stuff in here. And then I want to get tools and gear out. And then I want to grab ender pearls. Make life easier. Hello, where are the branches? In here. What about up in here? No. That looks like another tree. Alright, we're golden. I want this end area to be reasonably sized. Recently I didn't mention anything on stream or anything in community posts, but I increased the size of the cherry farm and I got rid of that little custom acacia. And there's nothing wrong with the custom acacia. I do like that, but it's got to be somewhere else. Because it's just like this little tiny nothing burger biome, and it was making one of my other builds actively smaller, so it was just like, okay, this is time to go. After I built it too, I realized, I knew instantly I was way too close. Look at all the zombies that spawned underneath the tree there. Get back, you feet. Hey! Rude. Let's get an ender pearl on top of here. Collect some of this stuff while we wait. There we go. I love ender pearls so much. Been watching more Ethos Labs, and yeah, they are just useful. They are very useful. Like the Elytra is more useful if you were going to pick one over the other, but in a world where you don't, there's different situations where you'd want to use your pearl over just using a rocket. Like here, I just want to quickly get to bed and like sleep the monsters away, so then I'll use a rocket, even though I could have thrown an ender pearl and close the same distance. But throwing an ender pearl is just laziness at that point, because I could probably make it over there by running, and running wouldn't be like too much longer. So yeah, I guess that's the difference right there. I like eating different foods in Minecraft. I do in real life as well. I love being diverse with what I eat, and I'm not fat either. So don't be assuming just because I'm saying I like food. Like, you got those streamers, they're like, I like this food, and then they got the triple chin going. But where was I at? I like using more non-common foods, so like I like using pork chops instead of just eating strictly steak, or I'm gonna use pumpkin pie. I do like how the Elytra gliding counts as a crit. That is nice. Alright. Let's get rid of these trees. While I'm working, I don't want any trees in the way while I'm working. We've done a decent job deforesting this. Probably took about 45 minutes. Streaming for about an hour. Took about a 10-minute break maybe. So I guess like Probably 15 minutes break, so yeah, about 45 minutes. Maybe less, because there's also time spent gliding over here, so we're making pretty alright time. And back over here, take out the last of the trees. Alright, lovely. Let's a couple more over here. Let's see what I should do for that. And then let's get rid of these flowers. Even though they're pretty, they are quite pretty. I know, I realize. If anyone knows how to help with the random lag that just started happening, and I don't know if it's maybe just this update or something, but I used to not stutter with this game, and now it seems like I'm stuttering, even when I'm not streaming, and it's really annoying. Because I know the PC is good enough to play with the settings I want to play without having to worry too much. Maybe render distance. Oh, I'm at 46 chunks. No wonder. We're only at 25. That should help a lot, hopefully. I think maybe for a screenshot or something, I guess for like a thumbnail, I increase the render distance. Well, I answered my own question. That helps with the stutteriness. By cutting the render distance literally in half. Because normally I play on 25, 30. I have to 46 there. Alright, lovely. Let's put the rest of this stuff away. And then start putting wood in here. Let's take this down. Looks like we missed a log. Yeah, we missed one log there. Put you back. Alright, and then let's put one of those away. And then real quickly, I want to grab... No, we don't need a stack of dirt. That's okay. We'll just go over these holes here. And we can start turning this all into some end space here. This whole part all the way to the lake here. Here, let's get like an outline here going. Oh. Much better. And then let's get the over here. I feel like I'm a lot more better building with my PS5 controller. I hooked up my PS5 controller because I was playing some Sparking Zero, and I wonder, can I with my controller right now? No, Okay, I'll have to figure that out later, but that's okay. So essentially, we're gonna make this all into end island lookalike, and then make some pillars, build some ender dragons, build some baby ender dragons, put the dragon eggs in here, looking epic style. That's what I'm thinking. Here, let's get another outline going. There, and then we'll go like this. And yeah, we don't really need to have this here anymore. Probably light this up a little bit better. Cave will not be missed. Lovely, lovely stuff. I wonder if, and I won't be like messing around with it this stream, but I wonder if like having building rather than just be set to mouse click, if there was another button I could use as well. Make building just a little bit more quicker. Here for this, we'll take our shovel out. And then kind of like go like this up the mountains. Something like that, but for now we're going to focus on this flat area here. Here we'll take this line, go all the way across. Here's what we can do about this. We'll go like this. Something like that. That there. Kind of incorporate the lake into this a little bit. And then lake. I think that would look pretty alright. Yeah, that would look good. You know, let's go around like this real quick. Make it a little bit more random. Let's just get rid of this little stupid patch here. This will look fabulous. And then for everything we didn't rip up, like we'll do this here. So that way it like layers up nice. And maybe we'll actually just like go like this a little bit too. Because I want to like be able to walk into this water and not like have to jump into it every time. Where's our bed? There we go. Yeah, something like that. We'll do that. Put that there. And then with this, we'll probably just go the rest of the way around as it was before. Yeah, perfect. And then let's change this into endstone. Lovely. Whoop! Oh, thank you. And then that's just a visual bug with the classic texture pack. The charge creeper. It's a figment of our imaginations, it's not here. Brittany Bright says hi. Hello. How are you? And then I'm thinking here we put the last few blocks. Lovely. I like how that looks a lot, actually. There we go. And the nice thing too is with resetting the end, I love Minecraft. Do you? Says Brittany. Yes, I love Minecraft. I've been playing this game for like over a decade, probably like 12 years, 12, 11. Not sure. Whenever 360 came out, a little bit before the 360 came out. Something like that. But yeah, I absolutely love this game. Play it nearly every day. Even if it's just to hop in to do some small tasks, like as if it was Farmville or something. And I'll ask too, I mean, I don't assume, do you like Minecraft too? And then, once we go above here, that should be fine. And then also, I'm not like too worried about destroying some of these mountains and collecting grass blocks, because I want to use that for the mushroom island we found, that more like a mushroom plains. And then I built another highway there off stream. This year, trying to, yes, hell yeah. Minecraft's definitely my favorite game. And it's weird saying that, because it's just like, I feel like, are there better games than Minecraft? And then I look back and I'm like, you know, no, I haven't really spent as much time in like any game as I have this game. Give you an idea of what you should build. So like I've been building, or like playing build battles. And like that's kind of forced me to build outside my comfort zone. And something I had a lot of fun doing on build battles was building a snow globe. So like I built like a little miniature house and like miniature trees and stuff, and had little decorative pots in there as like barrels, like rain collection barrels. But yeah, if you wanted to up the scale on that, or even like copy what I said, I'd recommend doing that. I really like the snow globe idea. I want to build that in my world eventually. I want to build more just like random things as well, like not needing everything to tie into each other and be this one grandmaster lore plan. Still have like pathing and stuff, make sure like stuff kind of connects a little bit, but not like, because like let's say I want to build a giant lobster, I don't want to just say like, no, that giant lobsters aren't realistic. We can just have parts of our world that are realistic, and then we can just have fun building other stuff. Because who's going to tell you otherwise, damn it? Alright, let's, just to get an idea for it, let's collect some of these. Okay, thanks, I'm trying to do something for my new world. Hell yeah. I think right now is a really good time to start new worlds. They changed, I mean, this was like maybe a few updates ago, but it was fairly recent. Diamond Generation's more common. Obviously, they have a lot more newer stuff in the game. I'd say collecting like a lot of resources have become a lot easier. But with all the seeds coming out too, I think right now, like, to create a world is a good idea. Create a new world. Especially, like, if you don't have an elytra, like those happy gas, they're so fun. And transporting mobs, too. Oh, that's already starting to grow. Oh, we're gonna need to be able to get into this chest. Here, we just leave one block open like that. Okay. That should be fine. Thought maybe I had some bone meal, but I guess not. Because I wanted the chest to see if the course they grow with bone meal at all, but I have a feeling they don't. Which is totally fine, because like I'm not in a rush. They can grow naturally. I don't know about them, probably they do, because I like did a lot of InfDev. I got some followers doing that, so that was pretty epic. But they can probably speak on their own behalf. I super love the old version of Minecraft. Like, recently, like I tried the 3DS version too. I just wanted to see if I could beat it. Kind of put it down right now, but beta 1.7.3 is my favorite like version to come back to if I'm like feeling nostalgic, because that's like the version Xbox 360 Minecraft started off in, and because I don't have the original beta Minecraft on the 360, playing it on the PC, that's the closest you could probably get to realistically. I would like to either finish or restart the 100 hours in, or not the 100 hours, the 33 hours, which equals 100 days in Minecraft terms, because there's no sleeping or F3 for keeping track. So doing the math, it's 33 hours about, give or take, for 100 Minecraft days without sleeping. And then I want to transfer the world to alpha after that, then beta. I don't know why they chose the glow squid over the copper golem. Personally, I would have never left it to a vote. That way you could choose the copper golem over it. But it's just purely because they had us vote, and we for junk, as per usual. So I'm very glad they got rid of the mob vote. Super happy, because then we get to see mobs like that. You know, the copper golem. I think the copper golem's awesome, and I can't wait to see for all the builds. Like, I'm already thinking about this one factory design, where like the lays will pick up whatever you're farming or whatever. Like, I watched this one video recently. I wish I could remember the name. I'll have to drop out the name in the comment section maybe after the stream, or in the title or something. But he made a video called collecting 50 million cookies, and I love the way he used to laze the whole video. And like, you can make it so the villagers will farm the wheat, and then the lays pick up the wheat, and then you could probably use the copper golems to go to these chests where they're dropping it off, and then have them bring it over to another place. And let's say it is like not as useful as it turns out to be, it would look cool. I'd still like to do it. Probably have some like glass design so you can see all the lays and golems working. Like forced labor, slave labor. Forced slave labor is epic. I fucking love slave labor. It makes me happy. Alright, so we're getting pretty far along with down here, which is nice. Taking a little bit less time than I thought. So I'm not complaining. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ooh, I do want the tall dry grass, because we have to fly quite a distance to get that. I'll go to beacon kit. Grab some emeralds. We do have room in our inventory. We'll mend our shovel. We'll have the shovel out. Thanks, buddy. I love the bundles, by the way. That's like the best item they've added since netherite durability. Since the shulker box. I love bundles so much. Because, like, I always have, like, random little bits of trash in here. Like, I want to have this stuff on me. Maybe not all of this stuff, but I do like to have some of that stuff on me. Like, let's say a couple iron blocks, gold blocks, a couple pieces of wood logs. And all of a sudden you have, like, tons of crafting on you in one space. It's perfect. Alright, let's keep going with this here. And then another idea we could do with this as well, we could probably make, like, let's say, like, end huts or something. Or an end, like, have the end cities filled with villagers. And I don't know which type of villager I'd want. Maybe, like, the cold biome ones, like the taiga biome ones. Not taiga, but, like, the snow plains, because they're blue. And I think the blue would match the purple aesthetic. I know that the swamp ones are purple, but I don't know how the lily pad would look on top of their head, if that would look goofy or not. I don't know, we'd have to see on that. Let's get more of this going here. And some blocks in here. That should be good. And then get rid of these two. Place this here. Lovely. Let's clear this out. Let's do more of this in here. Then we'll have to do something like that to make it more natural when you're walking around here. I do like the lake right in the middle. That is a good look. Alright, then we can take out these blocks in here. Why did you become a YouTuber, says Brittany? Was it part of your dreams? Yes. Yes, it was. I grew up in a time where you got made fun of if you played video games. And I remember I was in 5th grade and my teacher asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I said I wanted to be a YouTuber. And she was like, oh, what? And then I'm like, well, like, you can upload videos and then, like, people watch them. And they're like, and then you get paid for that. You get paid to sit and play video games. And then so they thought I was like a lazy asshole. And I was like, no, I'm not. I just love Minecraft. I loved Stampy, so I was like, I want to do that when I get older. So yeah, it would be my dream. I've picked up and quit YouTube a few times here and there. Kind of stayed away from it in middle school for a bit. So I was just like so down on myself because I was like, who wants to watch a kid play anything? And like, children are annoying. And like, as a kid, I didn't like other kids. I liked adults. I liked adult like things, you know. But like, now that I'm an adult, I like to do more like, I don't know, like kid things. Like playing with my niece, like I like playing on the slide and like the swings and stuff when I didn't when I was younger. And it's like, maybe you like it more because you're living it through someone else, but not sure. But yeah, that would definitely be the dream job. Do you pick up any blocks at all? Press Q and realize I changed it to U. Looks like he doesn't. So we'll get rid of you. Put up torches. And then we'll just have to remember you're down here. You'll be fine. Don't worry, brother. I won't forget you. I'll probably forget what that means, to be honest. That's okay. But that's okay. For breeding up the the winter villagers that we need, we got the winter biome right over there, so we're not even worrying. Alright, no worries. I wonder if maybe, too, if we should have lava lakes. You know, no, I'm thinking just water. The water does fit, like, an end vibe a little bit. I don't know if maybe we'll keep the sand or gravel in here. I'll probably change that later. Let's just get back to fixing this up. Perfect. That's starting to look lovely already. Here, let's actually add a little bit of an overhang there. I like that. Head these back here. You can hear the this zombie villager just groaning and moaning. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I can hear him just whining and crying. Boop. Place those there. Lovely. Brittany says, some of my friends made fun of me for playing Minecraft as a boy instead of sports. Yeah. Like, I didn't really... Well, that's a lie. I played a lot of sports. But I didn't play them long, if that makes sense. Like, I'd play for the one season, and then I'd be like, I don't really like this, Mom. I don't want to do it. And then I would just go back to play Minecraft. Or Mario. Mario is, like, my favorite. In 2008, I was playing Super Mario Galaxy. And then after Super Mario Galaxy and New Super Mario Bros. Wii, that's when I was like, okay, Minecraft's the shit. But yeah, I totally believe that. Like, I got bullied in elementary for saying, like, I'd rather play Minecraft than play football. Even though in high school, like, I played football, and, like, I do genuinely love football now. But as a kid, I did not. I didn't care. I was like, okay, you throw the ball, and then he catches it. Like, cool. But now I'm like, whoa! He, like, threw that ball, and he, like, caught it. That was epic. I don't know, something changed. In high school, I was, like, more into sports. Towards the end. But it was, like, so late in giving sports a shot that I kind of just gave up on it, too. Because, like, the bullying didn't just, like, stop with the kids, too. Like, it was the adults at the school as well. So... yeah, some of the coaches, like, joined in too with some of the pranks that were kind of cruel. I won't even go into them. They were pretty bad, but I don't really give a fuck now, cause like, who's gonna tell me that Minecraft's nerdy? You know, like, in a sense that, like, I actually care, or that they can do something. Cause, like, now, like, I wouldn't mind standing up and be like, you know, fuck you, dude, I don't care. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, physically fight me for playing Minecraft? Like, whatever, who cares? I wonder... Oh, those are going pretty quick. That's what I was wondering. I like those. I wonder if maybe cutting down the mountains would be a bad idea. Because I think having, like, curvature to this, because, like, the end is so flat, and then having, like, such a not flat end, and having these chorus fruits growing out of the ground, and, like, having end ships in the sky, I think that'll look really cool. So I think we'll keep the mountains, and that's I'm not afraid to flatten a mountain. I've done it plenty. I've done it on stream. I've done 3-4 hour mining streams. I just genuinely think that it would look good. People say Minecraft is just Legos, essentially. I kind of read that different than how you texted it, but yeah, that's kind of where my mom got to the point. Because, like, she was in the crowd of, like, holy hell, this is demonic, and it's turning my kid into a demon, and he doesn't want to do anything but craft. And I'm like, Mother, that's not true. I want to mine as well. And then, yeah, then my mom was kind of like, okay, I understand. It's like Legos. And she's like, it's a way to, like, express what you want to do in a world. And she's like, in moderation, I could see Minecraft being healthy. And I was, like, blown away when she said that, too. Because I was like, that was a whole new tune. From, like, saying Minecraft is demonic and, like... She was like giving claims that like Notch was like secretly a devil worshiper or whatever, and it's like, holy hell, what are you on about? But she changed her mind eventually, so it's all whatever. I remember for a little bit they took Minecraft, then they're kind of like, okay, NVM. I'm out of stone, so let's grab some more. Unload seeds, stuff like that. Emeralds away. Was there anything else you had I wanted? Blue ice. Yeah. Yeah, let's do blue ice. Only 6? That's really lame. So you'll smell like, or sell like small amounts of items then on certain stuff. That's kind of lean. Let's put you back. Excuse me. Oh, we should probably put that blue ice somewhere. I'm putting here. That's fine. Grab some more endstone. Probably can put away that. That looks good. And I'm sorry about this stream having a little bit more of a delay than usual, and that's just because like I was having problems with like stream lag. And I'm having problems with, like, just lag in general recently. But, yeah, the latency is, like it takes a while for the stream to update for some people to where, like, the actual, like, in the moment is. So, like, I see your messages, like, when, they happen. But the watching it back and like seeing when I respond to it, that'll be delayed, you know. When I was younger, I was like, oh, they're ignoring me. Put you away in there, and you, lovely. And then that's starting to look fairly decent here. Oop. And let's now that we got some more space going, let's grab some chorus fruit here and start planting more of the chorus around the place. And if we want to build something and the chorus is in the way, we'll just chop it down and grow some more. But it's a little bit more inspiring for me with the build if I like kind of see it coming together a little bit rather than just placing the one block. So like sometimes I'll clear out an area and then I'll come back to it and like, you know, I'll be building a house there or something. Man, I really chummed up on those. Do I have a chest over here with like extras? I don't. Well, this is a really insanely old farm. I don't know if you guys knew, but you can use bow and arrow to get rid of these fruits. Not the fruits, but the flower itself. Sometimes they kind of get stuck up there, though. I didn't know that the impact of a ender pearl could break a chorus flower. That's interesting. And please, there we go. Thank you. Lovely. And then for the ones that don't have any flowers on top of them, we just break them. So plant another. This one doesn't have any. Let's plant another. Alright, and then let's go. Let's plant one like here. Here. We'll really start to see this place come alive here in a second. If this is the part of the stream where I ask that if you're enjoying watching, that you'd subscribe. If not, dislike the video, comment "I hate you," something like that. And then we'll fill this up. Lovely. There we are. Looks like we have some flowers to get rid of here. Say that I hate you. Perfect, there you go. You forgot to dislike the video too. You always have to ask periodically throughout a stream. As much as I hate it. I hate it when certain people start their videos off with, "Alright guys, make sure to like, subscribe, get your mother's credit card info, and buy up all the merch." If I sold merch, I don't even know what it would be. I think I talked with one of my chatters before, it'd be Vapely instead of Lunchly. So I'd have like a vape in there and like a bottle of juice. That would be, I don't know, maybe some crack too. There you go. That's the merch. Vapely. Coming out never. Because there's a lot of licensing that comes out when making like vapor-related products. And then we can market it towards children. It'll be perfect. That and gambling. Gambling's epic. And then with the stone here too, no other mobs will spawn. Make my profile pic out of a shirt. Or, sorry, other way around. I know what you meant. Make a shirt out of my profile pic. I could see that being like a thing later down the line if like people like actually liked like if I was bigger. I could see that being a thing. I think like a dumpy plushie would be kind of cute. Like having it crying lean. So that's what the purple is that it's crying lean. That Waka, that codeine. That was like a meme. Really old meme. Like saying, "I love lean." Yeah, and then I was like, okay, that's epic. That's my new PFP up in this business. Oop. Let's clean up the shoreline here a little bit. Alright, I'm back. Oop. And then clean up the shoreline here. Perfect. And then with this can probably go down the same way. What is going on? Oh, my roommate came home, and I was just making sure to tell him not to say any, like, obscenities. I don't care about the word fuck, but, like, anything that would, like, get me, in trouble. I like Max and Chad from Cold Ones, too, so, like, if I were to describe my humor, that'd probably be the closest thing to it. Oh, get his ass. Hell yeah. Alright, time to slumber again. GM streaks. Alright, back to it. Back to the grind. And then put this here. Oop. Anyways, you didn't see that. There we go. Perfection. Alright, we're getting in the groove a little bit. It is actually fighting his butt. Oh yeah. The doggy versus sheep. Wah. And then let's put these down. Let's kind of get like something like this going. Here, we don't actually have to tear up the whole shoreline, because what we can do is just build like something like this. And that way we can just go like this. Poop nuclear, farts are teeth. What do you mean, dog? The farts are teeth. I guess I'm going with teeth. I don't know. And then we'll go out like this. Perfect. Fucking perfect. Fucking beautiful. Something like this. Alright, and then perfection is on the way. Another game I want to do the Sparking Zero storyline, and I want to do all the what ifs on stream, all that, because I'm super into Dragon Ball, and I've never done. Well, I've done some Dragon Ball stuff. I did Sparking Zero when it first came out, and like I was super bad at fighting games. Still not like the best, but I'm a lot better now, and I don't know if I privated all those or not, just because it was so bad. Alright, that should be good. Got the shoreline looking nice. Hell yeah. Just have to tame that that pond there. Oh yeah, we're in a groove. As soon as I say that, I screw it up too. Lovely. Soon enough, I'll be better on building on PC than console, but I just grew up my whole life building on console, so it's just like that's what's natural, you know. But wow. Have you seen the Minecraft movie? I did, and I thought it was really good too, because I like how the movie does not take itself seriously at all. Like I don't know, it's like Napoleon Dynamite. Like it's not meant to be taken seriously. Like it's like, oh, this cube brings you to the Minecraft world, and I don't know, we need it. And also Dennis the dog. Oh, not Dennis. But yeah, I've seen it. I love it. I love the Minecraft movie. I watched it only for Dennis. Just kidding. Jack Black as well. And Jason Momoa is really good in that movie too. I actually like. The movie was fun to watch before they even got into like the Minecraft world itself. I'd say the only scene like I was like, holy fuck, I'm getting so bored and this is cringy, is when it took itself seriously for like the, you know, build your first house and survive the night. It just like, I don't know, I didn't like it. I thought it was pretty stupid. But besides that, I really like the movie. It was art. My favorite part? Probably when CGI, Jack Black just flying around on a green screen with the diamond armor. And you know what? I do like that part where they're like getting ready for war and he's like, diamond armor, full set. And he's like, first we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft. And then I'm just sitting there like, let's mine! Or, first we mine, then we craft, let's Minecraft. Like, what are we not getting here? Let's get it together, guys. Come on. It's not that fucking hard. First we mine, then we craft, alright? Alright, God. Yeah, that's probably my favorite part. First we mine, then we craft, and then, like, diamond armor, full set. And then, yeah, when he's just flying around the green screen. First we mine, then we shall craft. You got a favorite part too? Flint and steel? That's classic. I wouldn't blame you if you said that was your fave. Dude, that's what I'm saying. We don't craft then mine. Like, dude, what are you even crafting out of? Come on, you gotta mine that tree first. What are you doing? Or you can just sit around and wait for other people to mine for you when you're playing with friends and just have them do all the work. Just kidding. I like never play with friends. I have a lot more fun playing by myself, and because no one can grief my shit. I think Hermitcraft's probably fun for people though. For the YouTubers at least. Because there's like land splitting, you know, and like people aren't like saying, no, your build could look better if I did this to it. And then like forcefully do it to it while you're off. Sharing a house or whatever, sharing bases. Or find a village, that's true. Or find a village. And like shipwrecks and stuff like that. I guess a village, yeah, you would need a village for the crafting table, because they spawn there naturally. Villages now, there's like so much loot when you go to one. Like finding a village without a blacksmith even is like okay, because there's still like so much shit you can steal from them. Theft is okay because you want it more than they want it, so therefore you can just take it. I don't see any problems that could occur, really, personally. Oh yeah, we on our grind set type she. Alright, and then let's head back to our bed here, and oh my lord, it is starting to look so good here. It's coming together. I'm glad I kept the lakes too. Yeah, we'll do over the hills and stuff too. Yeah, this will look super dope. Keep cracking away at it. Hitting the 2-hour mark here soon. Figure maybe we can make this one a little bit longer to help someone fall asleep out there. Because I do realize that people that watch this, for the most part, it's probably like a something they fall asleep to type of thing. So hell, we'll give you something to fall asleep to. Why did Minecraft not add money? The iron golems don't even get paid 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Because it's slave labor. Because they work 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. 7 days a week. So that's 24/7. See, why pay your workers when slave labor exists? Why do you think people trap villagers in a 2x box? Or 1x2 box? It's the only humane way to keep your villagers alive, realistically. Otherwise, they might just die on their own, you know. I mean, so it's really better if they're locked up for their own good. Fresh, so fresh. Saturday, I don't know if I'll do it this Saturday, but who knows, I might. I'm planning on doing my first 24-hour stream. So 24 hours of Minecraft beta. Because I think that'll probably bring in a lot of new people, new viewers. It'll be something interesting. We'll like create a new world 24 hours Minecraft beta. We'll see what we can build in 24 hours. Or I might play on a world I've already played on before. We'll see. Because I do have like a personal 1.73 world that I play on by myself every once in a while. I'd say like probably like weekly. I check it out, play on it for a little bit. Or 2 weeks, maybe. Because this is kind of my bread and butter, but I do enjoy playing that version of Minecraft. Wait, they are sorry, Brittany says, wait, they added iron to heal the iron golem? That's basically money for them. Truth. Because what if they like to brawl? And then you pay them in heals. Plus, I do like how when they're standing next to baby villagers, they'll hold out a rose. There's gotta be like a sad story behind the iron golem though, because they look like villagers. Are we summoning lost souls of warrior villagers? Forcefully shoved into iron husks? Who knows? I do like the illager beast though. How it looks like or the Ravager, sorry. I like how it looks like an illager. They changed the name on it. Illager beast, Ravager. I don't even know what it is right now. Pillagers look like villagers. Yeah, dude. What if their like souls are just corrupt? Because at the Woodland Mansions, they're constantly like trying to mimic the world and stuff, like making fake nether portals, and like it's like they don't understand almost, and like making end rooms, and they got like a map of the world, so they're like plotting domination. I wish they would make it so that like the outposts or the towers would spawn like close by, or there'd be a good chance of them spawning like within 50 blocks or whatever of a woodland mansion, and then have like cages with Ravagers in them. And that'd be cool. Emo villagers, the pillager, yeah, they were corrupted by emo-ness. That's what it was. They were corrupted at the youth, that's what it is. They played Wizard 101 and I wasn't allowed to play Wizard 101 because it was like magic's demonic, you can't do that. It's like, oh fucking whatever. I play Oblivion, like use magic, and magic's cool. Obviously, like it's not real. Like no one's like I'm not just gonna like give up on religion because I'm like, holy shit, Wizard 101's got magic. This could be real. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta blame Minecraft for all these demonic things going on in our world. Ooh, yersh. Perfect. I'm kind of hopping all over the place with this. You can definitely see that I'm ADHD with the way I'm filling this out and doing this. But this is a project I wanted to do for a while, so I'm really happy I'm starting to get started on this. I feel the Evoker mutated the Ravager. I feel like that's probably a pretty good theory. Because they're like super magical and shit. I don't know, I like how there's a lot of mystery with the lore in Minecraft, because it is like a sandbox at its core. Well, it was a sandbox. I think it's kind of more so like adventure. I don't even know. The game's like so many different things now, but maybe like a little bit more hints dropped here and there. Help us get a better idea of where these things are coming from, because there obviously is lore behind it, and you could create your own story or your own headcanon, I guess. It's kind of where it's at. Which I never wanted to leave that, where it's up to your depiction what the lore could be, but I would like a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Day or night. I'm just like remembering the Minecraft trailer every time I see rain right now. Go on grand adventures. Build. Rain or night. Something like that. What's your favorite boss? The Elder Garden, Warden, Wither, Ender Dragon? I think that like the coolest design I think the Wither. The Wither's probably my favorite. It's just got a cool design. It's got a cool attacks. It's got like it can spawn wither skeletons. It shoots wither heads that give you withering effect, or they explode. They drop wither roses when they kill other mobs. Like, yeah, I'd probably say the Wither. And I love the Ender Dragon as like a mob. Like in theory. But the Elder Guardians is also super fun. I'd say the Elder Guardians is probably the most fun to play, but the boss I like the most is probably the Wither. But the most fun to tackle is probably the monuments, the Elder monuments. Ocean monument, that's the word. Especially after 1.13. Like, they're just, yeah. So much fun. I wish there was more loot. Like chests, though. Like underwater chests. What's my favorite mob in Minecraft? The mushroom. I love the fantasy behind it. A cow where you can milk it, and you can milk mushroom stew from it. My favorite block is... I don't know if you asked that yet or not. I'm kind of predicting the future here. My favorite block is mossy cobblestone. I think it just adds a lot of detail to your build. Sorry, I meant a mushroom right next to it. Right next to... I don't see, or I don't understand what you mean. Oh, you mean like, oh yeah, I got a mushroom right there. I see. But, yeah, the mushroom. The red one. Maybe the brown one, but I'd say the red one. It's the perfect amount of fantasy and realism. Where cows are real, mushrooms are not real. A cow where it's got mold and fungus and mushrooms growing off the side of it, and you can milk it for mushroom stew, like, yeah, no. But, for a video game, I love it. Get out of here. Actually, I'll... Free pork chops. Thank you. And the nice thing, too, is we can get rid of all this disgusting grass that's part of the dark oak forest. Yuck. There we go. Are you a fan of Technoblade? Yes, but I just want to say that that's one of the few things where I wasn't a fan early on, and I'm okay admitting that. You know, like I wasn't like the day one fan, but you know, figuring out, or like when I heard he had cancer like the first time around, and then like when, you know, like none of us knew like he still had cancer after the fact, like that, you know, or that he still had cancer. So that was super sad. And I watched Techno Dad too. So yes, I'm a fan, but I wasn't a long-term fan. And that's okay. Didn't find him soon enough, which is super sad. Didn't find him soon enough. But that is a one of the few deaths in the YouTuber atmosphere where it just like it hits home, like hits you in the heart. Because like when someone dies of like a YouTube stunt where like the one where they shot a Desert Eagle through a bookcase or like a phone book to see if it would stop a bullet, and like someone died because of that. That I don't really feel much remorse for, or like don't feel it nearly as bad. But like, your dog had cancer. Ah man, mine did too. It's like the worst way to go, because you know it's like that's not how it's supposed to go. Like it doesn't feel right. That was the same with my dog too. He was like, the thing is that he was like perfectly healthy like a year and a half ago at the vet. Like he was older, but like he was still moving around fine. All his organs are doing well. He was on a diet. And then yeah, then he had cancer, and then so yeah, I feel you, dude. Cancer fucking sucks. Especially when you know it's just like they weren't supposed to, or they didn't live like a long, fulfilling life, you feel like, or you never feel like they live, you know, long enough, but like, you know, it's just like 10 times more sad when it's someone younger, or it's a loved one, furry or not, four-legged or not, rather. Jesus made so many ways to die. That I will not argue. that is very true. I guess like similar feelings can be like when, you know, someone else does like acts of violence against someone else and they lose their life, then it's kind of like the same feeling of like they shouldn't have died, you know. I don't know if maybe it's comparable, comparing losing a loved one to murder versus cancer. I mean, like, that'd be hard for me to determine. I also don't know if that would be right of me to... I don't know, I brought it there, but I don't know if that's right of me to judge what would be more traumatizing. This looks good here. My only problem right now is I don't know when to stop placing end stone and when to start spreading it in to here to make it look more natural. This is starting to look good though. I can imagine some end cities with villagers running around, and I don't know what crop they would grow though. You know what? We could grow like the those pitcher plants, those pitcher flowers. They're blue, and they're crop. They're crop. So we could have some crop field too, and just have those growing out of it, and have a composter next to it, so it looks like villagers like interacting and like, you know, like farming it. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. it feels good to get started on projects that you wanted to do for a long time. Let's grab Silcomer. Grab some of this coal. If you do 10K, will you do a face reveal? I would. So I did a semi-face reveal, kinda, in some shorts that I did. So I do have some shorts on the channel if you want to check them out, but they're not really like Minecraft. Some of them are Minecraft related, but I showed my face in one of those videos, but it was like a side profile. I own a webcam, and it's just like a matter of time before I set that up, so I don't know, we'll see. But smaller YouTubers with face cams, it kind of becomes like, I don't know, almost cringe. It's almost like, well, people are willing to be more mean once there's a face to it, which used to be the opposite, where it's like, I don't know. But maybe it'd be better to share how I look before people get an unrealistic image. Because once like Dream or whatever, it was just like no matter what he looked like, he looks fine, but like it didn't matter what he looks like, you know, the expectations were out of the water. Got end stone already. Let's head back over here. Here we go, let's put that there, and that there. Hang on to that. Running low on endstone. I think what I'll do is I'll finish up the redstone that the endstone that I brought here, and then probably end stream after that. I'd have way more back at the base, but I think that's probably, we'll call it a good stopping point or a good quitting point around there, and then I'll probably just play some other games, go to bed or something, because I got work in the morning, and tomorrow's a big day for work, so I gotta be there. I gotta be there, and I gotta be up early, and it's annoying, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to pee. Oops. There we go. Only thing is, too, I'm pretty sure Enderman can pick up endstone, so this will be an annoying build if we don't light it up. So one thing I'm considering doing, and I hate mobs, modding, like for like a full-time like survival world, right? Like I like playing modded if it's modded, not like this vanilla plus type thing, but like disabling Enderman picking up blocks, like that's something I've considered. Ooh, got light a bit down here. You wanna know the reason I never run out of coal? It's because I mine all of it. I see it, I mine it. I got a sea mining diet. Let's just make it a part 2. You mean the build, or like, oh yeah, face reveal part 2. I see what you mean. Looks like I was kind of slacking a bit here. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get poisoned now. Yeah. I missed that second swing. That's unfortunate. Alright, let's just sleep. We lived. We made it. So yeah, we got a little bit of poison. That's okay. Oh, a part 2 for the torches? Yeah, there's gonna be a Lighthouse part 2. Yeah, when I'm done removing all of the, so like some of these mountains I'm gonna flatten out over here. So like this whole area here, I'm gonna flatten out, and then I'm flattening out this jungle here all the way to the river here. So this will all look like jungle sparse. So like a few trees here and there, and then this will be like main jungle. And then also too, once I figure out how to light up the snow area without melting snow, then I'll do that too. But part 1 was just everywhere we hang out. Everywhere we hang out besides this area here, because I wanted to convert this all to endstone first. But all through here, it's all lanterns. Yeah, I used probably like 9-10 stacks of iron with no iron farm. Something like it, so it was very resource intensive, to say the least. So yeah, Lighthouse Part 2, don't know when's coming, but it is coming. Just wanted to finish up some other projects first. Here, we need to put away stone, some dirt, some grass blocks. That way we can pick up some of this clay here. So I don't like collecting the clay that's around my world, my legacy world, because I like how it looks here in the water. But like if no one's gonna see it, yeah, dog, whatever, let's hide it. Go away, chicken. Get out of here. Get out of here. There's probably going to be a lot more ways we can light up here even. Probably like floating end rods, just because they're already part of the end. And then for here though, we're just gonna straight go like that. Looks a little bit more natural that way than being able to step in and out on every corner. Get rid of the grass. Here, and then we'll do something like this. So technically baby zombie villagers or baby villagers can still spawn in those 1x gaps, but that's okay. And then here, I'm not going to worry about this lake. Just go right over there. Get rid of you. Place you down. Get rid of you. Place you down. And then, give me your pork chops. Thank you. I decided to split up Project Lighthouse into 2 parts. So originally it was going to be a 1 part, and it took me probably like a week of placing torches, of just like hopping on for like 4 or 5 hours of just like collecting resources, crafting it all up, mining, or yeah, the mining's part of the collecting resources, and then placing them down, spreading them out, having to sit around all day, like waiting for night to come again to place down more. I did a little bit on stream. We've really accomplished a lot in these 2 hours. Placed a lot of endstone. Thank you. And then chopped down a lot of trees. Perfected a lot of the ponds. Grown some chorus plants. Putting in the work. We're putting in the grind set, brother. Boop. Is this a new one? He is a new one. You don't have anything I want. More blue ice. Mangrove. I'll buy those off you. More blue ice and mangrove. Then we'll fix up Silkemer. Oh, 32 logs with that. Nice. Nice. That's awesome. I've never bought logs from him before. That's... And then with this, you only get 6, and that's such a use of emeralds, but... Man, that's nice. Half a stack for 6 emeralds. Awesome. And then, 1 piece of stone in there. We're gonna put the stone in there. This sugarcane can fucking die. Bye. Don't need. Shovel. Alright, we back in business. Type she. So we've gotten a little bit of use out of the Wandering Trader this stream. I like it when he's selling the short and tall grass, dry grass. Because, it takes a while to collect that stuff up, and it goes a lot faster than you think. All the dry grass, and you're placing it down. Whee! And then, I'm pretty sure, too, with all the resetting the end and the legacy days, I think that we have plenty of end brick and stuff like that. I don't know if we need to get more end brick. Like the purpur, like stone purpur. But I know we have plenty of this, end stone. Plenty. Because this is a build I've wanted to do since I was a kid. But when the world suffered a corruption, I've kind of just let that project go. And there's so much other stuff I wanted to finish beforehand too, and I finally finished the bridge too, so it's like, now's a better time than any to get started on this. So I lit up the world, I finished the bridge finally. The pyramid, we still need to make that into a villager trading hall. I still only have like certain villagers like trapped in certain places, like literally trapped in like one room. I'd like to build something nice. Let's grab our axe. Get that the hell out of here. raining again. It's like constantly always raining in my world. Also, thunderstorms are very frequent. I don't understand why. Like, is that for everyone where it just feels like weather is very frequently changing? Because I feel like these, like, raining and, like, thunderstorms used to be a little bit more rare. Now it's, like, constant. It's, like, annoying. Add a endstone again. Let's take a nap here. So we'd still have some endstone. Just kind of getting worried there. And then it's really trying to spawn like as many mobs as possible, since there's like so few grass spots and few places for them to spawn. Get out of here. Get out of here. And another pond there, lovely. We already did that one. Might as well just start picking this stuff up. Get out of here. Quit spawning. Quit spawning. Getting hard to deal with, man. Doo-doo. Perfect. Start placing them here. Oop, grab one there. Perfect. Oop. Out of my way. Get out of here. Oh, let's get rid of the axe. Grab our shovel. Did not mean to do that. Lovely. Then, in here a little bit too. And this will look good. And I noticed, I mean, this was years ago when I did this, but I think granite looks pretty good with this. It's like a good mix of colors. I like it anyways. And that's the old granite texture. I use the classic texture pack. Not the biggest fan of the when they updated textures in 1.14. And it was so sad when it was like we were all protesting wanting this stuff. Like, we did not want the new textures. And then y'all just gave up. Y'all are like, oh, I guess this is it. It's like, cool, now I have to sit here with visual bugs on creepers where they all look like charged creepers and husks don't have a texture. I don't know. I think that, like, the modern textures completely completely just do not understand Minecraft and its simplicity and the appeal for it. And it's supposed to look retro. Like, it's supposed to look like it's an old game. So it's just really sad when it looks like a fan-made texture pack and it looks like shit becomes the new look for the game, and then when I'm somewhere like playing my Switch and I can't change the textures because you have to log in to your account every single time you open it, even if you're like, you know, like let's say I'm out of town when I actually want to use my Switch when I'm not near Wi-Fi. Well then I gotta play on the shit-ass textures that you guys all play on. I don't see anyone playing the classic texture pack besides me. I don't know. I just think it looks so fucking cringe, the new textures. Like, carrots look so fucking cartoony. Like, what? I don't want to be playing a cartoon. Like, I want to be playing a retro fantasy game. And then this I don't mind kind of like looking a little bit awkward for now because we're going to change how this looks later. This just brings us to our Enderman farm into the end down there. Get rid of you. And then another nice thing too is that like with PC, like I have Spotify rolling with Sweden, like a custom Sweden playlist that I made. So it's like all my favorite songs and music discs as well. Put some stuff in here. So we can take these out and take those with us. I actually want the mangrove, so we'll keep that. Let's put this back in here. And I'll take all these. I don't have any more endstone to fill that up. Well, let's take a fly around here. Let's take a peek at everything we did today. So in about 2 hours, 15 minutes, I'd say about 2 hours, because we spent about 15-minute break and then 15 minutes kind of just like setting up the stream, getting everything together, talking. So yeah, in about 2 hours, we got all this done. I appreciate, Brittany says I'll see you later. I really appreciate you stopping in. I appreciate everyone that stops in. I appreciate everyone that stops into the VOD afterwards. And yeah, if you enjoyed watching what you saw here and you want to see more projects, I'm going to try to stream and post more videos soon. So